All right. Navigate mouse free. Lightning speed. Shortcuts. No more mouse. No more mouse. No more mice. No more traps. All right, let's get this going. Light and portable. Vim is always there. No, seriously, you can't. No, seriously, you can't deinstall it without breaking your computer. No, seriously, you can't deinstall it without breaking your computer. Vim or VI, whatever. No matter where you work, Vim is always there. Easy to, no need to relearn if you get fired often. No need to relearn IDEs if you get fired often. If you get fired often. SSH. Shh. SSH. Shh. SSH, or how I like to call it, shh. Vim is just the best editor, I think. No? You would agree? Efficiency. Do things faster. Portable. Quick everywhere. No more mice. No more traps. Keyboard. Shortcuts everywhere. Vim. VI, or whatever you would like to call it. Make your life more efficient. 10-finger typing. Haha. I have hobbies, yes, of course. Yeah. I have hobbies, of course, yeah. I have a plant. Actually, one plant. Yeah, no, vertical farming. Vertical farming? No, I just want to take responsibility of something alive. My computer is, right? Then very fast. Visual mode. Let me give you a small command overview. Small command overview. Or maybe not. Maybe we can skip that. You can just read the docs. Or maybe not. All right. Whatever. It's definitely worth to learn. Yes. It's definitely worth to learn. Yes. Everybody needs to learn Vim. Yeah. What is school? What is school, right? We should learn Vim instead of school. Right? That's how I got, you know, whatever. For example, text manipulate. We can go through the docs. A text manipulation. A text manipulation continued. A social engineering. A social text manipulation. Text manipulation continued. A social engineering. That was something else. A different chapter. The entire alphabet is a command. The entire alphabet is a command. Vim, no. It just changes your life, your productivity. You wouldn't understand. The entire alphabet is a command. It will be painful at first and painful at last. Good. You need Vim to become a true software engineer, to become a true programmer. Hacker? No, who is a hacker in here? There's this. We don't use this term. I don't use this term. That's kind of phony, isn't it? That's kind of funky. That's kind of weird. That's kind of no. We don't use that. I just write. I just build stuff, right? I just sit all day, look at the window. That's into a black machine. That's what into a black window. That's all I do. Yes, it's fun. Yeah, well, what is fun, right? No. Evergreen skill. You don't need a career once you know Vim, right? It just all resolves itself. You don't need a career once you know Vim. It just all resolves itself. It will stand until the end of whatever. You don't really need a career once you know Vim. What's a career anyway? Vim is your career now. Vim is your career now. Well, it's actually, I don't have a GUI on my computer. It's command line based. Yes, that's how people do it. Once you go Vim, you can never go back. Vim is your career now. You use it on remote servers anyway. You might as well just use Vim all the time. Extendable. Keyboards, hands stay on the keyboard. Hands stay on the keyboard. Now we saw the tape. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hands stay on the keyboard. One time. Hands stay on the keyboard. Hands keyboard.
Yes, perfect.
Just a casual Vim doc search. All right. Insert mode, visual mode. I was just gonna order it through Vim. Keyboard only. Man. Vim is just another text editor? I should have never done this interview. G-O-K G-G-O-G. Oh, that's actually my username. G-G-O-G. Well, that's actually my username. J-O-M-K J-K 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 Vim docs. Let's talk about Vim docs. Vim docs. I actually wrote a Vim versus IDE comparison. Do you know how much faster Vim was? 4.3 seconds. 4.3 seconds I save every day. And it only took me 1 or 2 years to learn it. Vim. J-O-M-K J-K J-K. I actually wrote a Vim versus IDE comparison. Do you know how much time do you know how much faster Vim was? 4.3 seconds. 4.3. All those months learning were totally worth it. GQ5 up. Oh, that's actually the model of my watch. And suddenly, you just become good at it. And suddenly, you just become good at it. You either take the Vim pill, or I won't talk to you. Let me give you a small command line. Let me give you a small command overview. My watch actually starts in 1991. My seconds actually count from 1991. My watch actually starts in 1991. My watch actually starts in 1991. Ha ha! Good one. Yes. So Vim is just, you just need to learn it. You just need to learn Vim. You just need to learn Vim.
Let's go.
I don't recommend anyone to learning Vim. I enforce it on them. It opens the door to wasting more time in Vim. Sure, it might take 1 year to learn the basics, but it's worth it. If you ask me, or anyone who uses Vim, one does not simply master Vim. One does not simply master Vim. I'm not saying your IDE is bad, but it's pretty bad. You don't change Vim. Vim changes you. If you're using a computer and you're not using Vim, that's pretty ridiculous. Vim is just a text editor? The shortcuts are a secret? Good. Gotta do a bit more digging. Using software is a responsibility. Using a computer and you're not using Vim, well, that's pretty ridiculous. I don't recommend anyone to learning Vim. I enforce it on them. How peacefully, with code and by showing the benefits. By showing the benefits, which are clearly there. Vim is just another text editor? I shouldn't have done this interview. Why are we doing this interview? Why are we doing this interview? I'm not saying your text editor is bad. I'm not saying your IDE is bad. But it is pretty bad. One more time. But it is pretty bad. But it is pretty bad. But it is pretty bad. Between us, I didn't really want to do this interview. You're wasting time if you're not learning Vim. You have to learn Vim. No, you don't really have to learn it. It feels quite natural. You must learn it. You don't have to learn it. You must learn it. Vim feels natural to people who use Vim. Vim feels natural to people who use Vim or VI. Basically the same thing. It's like Vim means VI improved. Vim means VI improved. First time I used Vim, I was like, whoa, I can automate my CI. Now I'm like, whoa, I can automate my CI. I can automate my CI. Fantastic, right? Great. Amazing, right? You can edit plain text files. Hands up, right? Now I'm like, whoa, I can automate my CI. I can edit things quickly. I can edit things efficiently. 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 We don't need Neuralink. We already have Vim. Vim is like an extension of the human brain. You need to learn Vim if you're using a computer. It's like using a car without a car. If you're using a computer, you're already kind of using Vim. You will know that. It changes the way you look at it and the way you look. I gained 20 pounds after I started using it. And I lost 20 after I learned all the commands. And I lost 20 after I spent nights learning all the commands. And I lost 20 after I started coding with it. You're wasting time if you're not learning Vim. You don't have to learn Vim. You must learn Vim. Well, Vim actually feels quite natural to people who use Vim. First time I used Vim, I was like, whoa, I can automate my CI. Now I'm like, whoa, I can automate my CI. You can edit plain text files easily. And we don't need Neuralink. We already have Vim. Vim is like an extension of the human brain. Using a computer without Vim is like using a car without a car, without a car, without a car, without a car. Using a computer without Vim is like using a car without a car, without a car. You're already kind of using Vim when you're using a computer. You will know then. You will know then. You will know then. If you're using a computer, you're kind of already using Vim. You will know then. Using Vim changes the way you look at things, and it changes the way you look. I gained 20 pounds after I started using Vim, and I lost 20 pounds after I started doing all-nighters. And I lost those 20 pounds after I started running. And I lost those 20 pounds because of, and I lost those 20 pounds because of how, and I lost those 20 pounds when I started learning the documentation. When I started learning the documentation. When I started learning the documentation. When I learned the documentation. It's just a text editor that's like any other. That's unlike any other. I'm not saying you have to use it. I'm just saying if you're not using it, it is stupid. It is stupid. It opens the door to not wasting more time. I'm just saying not using it is stupid. It's plain stupid. Like the plain text files you could be editing. Like the plain text files you could be editing. And it's not just for code. You can use Vim for any task. All right, put the phone down. I cannot watch it when you could watch two things. And you can do it for so many things. And it's not just for code. You can use Vim for many things. I use it for everything. Going to the grocery store, watching watches, going to the watch store, or whatever stores there are, or whatever stores there are out there. I haven't left the basement in a while. Or whatever stores are out there. Haven't left the basement in a while. And it's not just for code. You can use Vim for any task. All I do is based on Vim. Going to the grocery store. Going to the grocery store. Man, he will call you. I put in the description, call when here. If he fails, yes, 241. Going to the grocery store. Yeah. Going to the watch store. Beyond. Can you follow with the camera?
Okay.
Vim is so beyond. Good, all right. Reaching to the stars, right? Vim bindings represent things I want to do in my head. Play Pokemon. Play Pokemon. Play Pokemon. For example, manually, automatically. It starts doing things for you. It puts you in a position, once you start using Vim, it's like you acquired the ring in Lord of the Rings. You get the analogy, right? Aliases. You start liking text files, and suddenly you just become good at it. Just like that. Ha! Woo! You learn so much. You start changing files, changing text files, changing system registry, or breaking your computer, repairing it. You just learn so much. You start changing things, changing system files, you start changing things, changing code, changing system files, you start changing things, changing system files. You start changing things, changing code, changing system files, changing registry files, changing registry files, changing registry, breaking your computer, repairing it. You learn so much. You learn so much. You learn so much. All right, let's do this. I don't even have a mouse. Woo! Noobs don't use Vim. What do you mean you don't have time to learn? What do you mean you don't have time to learn Vim? What do you have time for? Inefficient working? Inefficient work? Inefficient lifestyle? You either take the Vim pill or I won't talk to you. You either take the Vim pill or I won't talk to you. It's that simple. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command line. I can do things on the command line now. I can start using command line things. I start optimizing things. I can start doing things on command line programs. Once you start using command line programs, once you start using Vim, it opens the door for you. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command line. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command line. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command line. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command. It opens the door for you doing other things on the command line. Extendable has a vibrant and active community. Custom has a vibrant and active community. Custom. Shell integration. You don't have enough time to learn it? What do you have time for? An inefficient lifestyle? All right, what's that? Whatever. Yes, so, okay. Grab. That's how the Russian people in our group chat, Telegram, that's how they call it. Automating repetitive tasks. Auto completion. Language aware. Power. Elite. Power. Language aware. Functions. Power. Elite. Group. Power. Programming. Coding isn't just about editing code. It's about editing things that are not code. System files, readmes, end files, environment files, lots of things. Configuration files, readmes, nodes, comments, nodes, commit messages, nodes, mails, commit messages, nodes, mails, contracts, commit messages, lots of possible things. Nodes, images, videos, nodes, images, mails, commit messages, all possible. And Vim can do a lot of different things. Nodes, images, videos, binary files. You can watch everything in Vim if you know how to. ASCII, right? Yeah, whatever. Vim can do the same all other IDEs can do. Vim can do all other IDEs can do, plus more. Very powerful. I'm not the only one that messes up. One more time. I'm not the only one that switches up GG and switch. One more time. I'm not the only one that. Let me give you an analogy. Let me give you an analogy here. You know what an analogy is, right? The same way car enthusiasts like to work on their own cars, programmers like editors that they can customize, that they can program, like Vim. Same way programmers like editors that they can program themselves, like Vim or VI. I'm not the only one that switches up GG and Shift G all the time, right? Oh god, I thought I've gone crazy. I thought I've gone crazy. It's totally stupid to modify your dot files in a graphic editor. It's totally stupid to modify your dot files in a graphic editor. It's totally stupid to modify your dot files in a graphic editor. No offense.